Hi, I'm Hettinga, and this is my older sister, Cassie. Katie is our beloved middle sister. Being Katie's little sister has its challenges. Trying to keep up with Katie's straight-A reputation or outthrow her in track can be difficult, but it also has a lot of benefits. I can always count on Katie to give me and my friends a ride, make me laugh, and have a good time. It may be hard and seemingly impossible to live up to Katie's legacy, but it truly does inspire me to be better. Love you, KatieCat789. Here's Cassie.
Katie is a powerhouse. She's full of empathy and willing to help anyone at any time. Brianna and I tend to butt heads a little bit, but Katie always finds a way for the three of us to get along. She is a safe middle ground, a brave leader, and she stands apart from anybody I have ever met. Most importantly, Katie is deeply funny. Whether we're dancing in the car or singing songs in weird accents, Katie always knows how to make me laugh, and I know that's true for our family, her friends, and anyone else who spends time around her. It's been such a joy to see all the hard work Katie has put in this year as a state officer, and I can't wait to see where she goes, because she's going to change the world. And now, here's our sister, your state treasurer, Katie Hettinga, with her retiring address entitled, Without Apology.
'Cause we are the helpless, selfish, one of a kind millennium kids that wanna die, walking in the street with no light inside our eyes. We are the worthless, cursed with too much time to get into trouble and lose our minds. It's something that I've heard a million times in my life. Generation Y.
Third week of August, the night before school starts for the year. I'm laying in bed, staring at my ceiling in the dark. There are tears in my eyes as I wish, again, just like the years before, I wish to be someone else. I wish this year I will be more outgoing. I wish this year I'll have the courage to talk to new people. I wish I knew how to make friends. I wish I could be a different person. When I started middle school, I told myself it would be a fresh start, a chance to redefine myself. I said the same thing when I started high school. I said the same thing when I started college. I said the same thing 14 months ago when I was selected as a state officer. I would wish to completely change my shy, insecure self so I could find the approval that I felt like I was missing. For my entire life, I have looked for others and my own approval just to exist. But I'm ready to change that. I'm ready to live without apology. Going into the 8th grade at CUNA Middle School, I knew exactly what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. After visiting Depot Bay, the whale watching capital of Oregon, and seeing real whales in person, I was ready to devote my life to marine biology. Unfortunately, I did not take one key factor into account. I am not a big fan of science, especially not biology, and I found that out pretty quickly as I took my first biology class freshman year. My whole life plan went out the door, and I was left to figure out what I actually wanted to do with my life. I decided to switch my pathway from STEM with a science emphasis to business courses, and I was excited. That was the first time I was told, "You're making the wrong decision." As I started to take more business and agricultural courses that I enjoyed so much, I was told I should focus on school and standardized tests instead. I was told that I was wasting my talents and intelligence on things that wouldn't benefit me or my school. I felt an insane amount of pressure to do what others expected of me. I felt like I was losing my chances at success. I felt like a disappointment to the adults in my life. But most of all, I felt lost. I lost motivation because I didn't know what I actually cared about. Struggling through that first year of high school, I realized that life without direction isn't much of a life at all. Because I started to get more involved in the things that I cared about, like FFA, I started to see that direction is way more than just a career choice. We should be filling our everyday lives with the things that we care about. That's more than what job we choose to have, what we decide to study in school. It's the little things. Making sure we see the sun every day. Being kind and inclusive to strangers and friends. fighting for the social causes that we believe in, listening to and actually hearing the things that the people we care about have to say. We owe it to ourselves to identify, create, and then appreciate the small moments in our lives that make up our passions. We deserve to find the direction that we want our lives to take, not the direction someone else has assigned to us. We deserve to live passionately. Last summer, I was lucky enough to attend the Summer Outdoor Leadership Retreat with 25 other amazing individuals. At the beginning of the week, we wrote on these bandana bracelets, a reminder for ourselves so that we could have the best week possible. I wrote my reminder, tied on my bracelet, and looked down at my wrist every time I started to doubt myself. This was one of the most memorable weeks of my life because I truly let my walls down for what felt like the very first time. It was also a difficult and terrifying experience because I had made a commitment to myself and to Team Blue. I shared with the Blue group at the end of the week, the goal I had written on my bandana bracelet was to be my genuine self. I was met with nothing but love, and I finally experienced for the first time the amazing connections that can be built when I let myself be seen by those around me. It can hurt to be judged by our true colors. But it's even more painful to know that we are missing out on so many of life's great moments by hiding. We can never expect to live the happiest lives or be our happiest selves when we don't even know who we are at our core. We need to take time to get to know our true personalities and be comfortable with ourselves before we can expect to connect on a meaningful level with the people around us. It takes effort. It can take hurt feelings and learning experiences and big struggles and hard conversations before we can truly live genuinely. But that life is the best one to live. A life where we are ourselves proudly and openly. A life where we can be who we want to be, do what we want to do, love who we want to love, and bring along the friends who are willing to accept every part of us. We benefit ourselves and everyone around us by showing up with the courage to live freely. For our friends and families, classmates and teammates, but most importantly, for ourselves, we need to live authentically. One person who has always made me feel seen and appreciated at my core is my high school track coach, Mr. Kilgore. I started track as a lanky and awkward jumper until he recruited me to the throwing team, and I dedicated myself to the sport. I worked year-round with Mr. Kilgore for 3.5 years. He did endless meaningful things for me in the off-season, asking professional coaches for advice, setting up a net to throw inside during the winter, allowing me to coach newcomers on the team, and way more. About 2.5 years after working out, learning, and growing with Kilgore, I became worried that I wouldn't be able to improve in the upcoming season. I never voiced my concerns, but Mr. Kilgore must have recognized that I was worried. He told me at the end of a workout one morning that he respects and adores me unconditionally. He made me realize that his care for me wasn't based on accomplishments or success. He wasn't putting in countless hours of work and exercise and research to get a new school record or a state-winning throw. He did it for me because he enjoyed spending time with me and he wanted me to see myself as successful. Mr. Kilgore did so much more than what was necessary. Not for his own gain or success, not even for my own success, just for my happiness and for our friendship. All of the hard work put in by both of us paid off. I ended my senior season with a school record and a 5th place state medal. A note that Mr. Kilgore gave me at my senior track banquet read, "Katie, thank you for these last 4 years. It has been a joy to coach you. You will always have my unconditional respect and adoration." That unconditionality that I learned from Mr. Kilgore showed me how powerful our connections can be once we let go of the ultimatums. Our love for the people in our lives should never come with qualifications that need met. When we open our hearts up completely, share our gratitude and our appreciation with the people that we care about, we make the world a brighter place and we start to get that same love back. Wouldn't it be incredible if everyone walked around with open arms, an open mind, and an open heart? We benefit ourselves and everyone else when we decide to love fully. The people in our lives, the ones who are encouraging us to be our true selves, embracing our true personalities, they deserve to know how loved they truly are. We deserve to embrace self-love and give that love back to ourselves too. We owe it to ourselves and to those that we care about to love fully. This message is as much of a reminder for me as it is for all of you. I have learned so much from all the experiences that I've shared with you. My life has been improved with every interaction I've had, every new blue jacket I've met, every connection I've made, every event I've attended. I would not be the person that I am today if I wasn't able to learn from all of you. I am finally learning to accept myself just as you have accepted me. I am shy and insecure introvert. I am passionate about inclusivity, equitability, and growth. I am learning to love fully and show my full gratitude for the people in my life that care about me. Idaho FFA, find the courage to live your most meaningful life. Watch your smile get bigger, your relationships get stronger, your laughs get louder, your memories get richer. You owe it to yourself to create the best life you can imagine. You live your most meaningful life when you find the courage to live without apology.
The chair recognizes the delegate from the CUNA FFA chapter.
Katie Hettinga is one of the most caring and dedicated person I've ever met. She strives to bring out the best in everyone and dedicates her life to serving others. Katie has been a role model for me since the first day I met her. Thank you, Katie, for your year of service. Chairman, I move to accept Katie Hettinga's retiring address entitled Without Apology, and commend them on a job exceptionally well done.
Let the convention minutes show that Katie Hettinga is to be commended on a job extraordinarily well done, and that her retiring address entitled Without Apology was unanimously accepted. Katie, Ariana Levin Honors Student and Inclusivity Queen. Even though you may be one of the worst drivers, thank you for making all of our time together a party with your expert dance moves and willingness to sing any song, no matter the genre. You have truly been an inspiration to Idaho FFA this year. I look up to you, quite literally, and you've shown us all what it means to truly love and serve with your whole heart. Love, Cassidy, Sydney, Herman, Katie, and Shalani. Idaho FFA, for the final time, your 2019-2020 State Treasurer, Katie Hettinga.